We were going to talk about the timelessness of tango and what we oftentimes mention, which is it's beyond age. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about that is because it's very exciting to have someone like Howard here who actually really lives that. And, you know, I'm just amazed. He's one of the people in our tango community who has this life, this spark, and it has nothing to do with the age. In fact, and this is what I want to say, especially in Buenos Aires, here in Los Angeles as well, but in any big tango community, Argentine tango, if you go to Milonga, you're very likely to see a 26-year-old dancing next to a 96-year-old, and people will be watching the 96-year-old because of the dancing. And that's what Argentine tango is about. It's about that life that you bring to it. So, and one of the most beautiful experiences, and Rafi can confirm this, of the tango, actually the Argentine tango, is that when you get on that dance floor and when you get together with your partner, you actually leave that time and space. You just literally enter the present moment, and it is the most exciting and exhilarating feeling that you can experience oftentimes, because you're literally entering another world in yourself, and your entire being comes to life.
There's a photograph face down the table. Pass that around.
Oh, okay.
That might indicate a little bit what the feeling is.
You know, it captures that.
Totally into that moment.
It really takes us into that present moment to experience what it means to be alive. And when we're alive, we forget about age. We forget about anything. And oftentimes, we remind you, it's about walking, it's about feeling the music, it's about connecting with your partner. This is really what makes you a great tango dancer. Not the steps, not knowing fancy steps, just feeling it. And that's what we will see if we go to a milonga in the tango community, if you go to Argentina. And with that, I'm actually going to introduce Howard, who's really an inspiration because he lives it on this level, really. So here's Howard's story, a little bit of it anyway. He says, my niece got me into it 11 or 12 years ago. She knew that he loved to dance. Actually, Howard used to do the rumba and some East Coast swing and a few Latin dances, not salsa, but the other stuff. And he's always loved to dance, okay? Because any dance really takes us to that place. It's just that the Argentine tango takes it even further to that place, a lot further, and he will tell you about that.
That's good.
So,
a couple of months.
a couple of months, yes. Howard says he gets a huge amount of enjoyment from the tango more than anything. We didn't have to really hear that right now, right? Seeing how he was teaching us and helping us with the milonga. And his love of dance is reflected in the fact that he dances 6 to 7 nights a week, minimally. That means every night. But he doesn't stop there. He traveled to Argentina, Buenos Aires 11 or 12 times, and to Europe, all for the dance. I'm going to actually give you some advice that Howard says, and then he can add anything he wants. But first of all, a lot of women compliment Howard on his dancing because they feel comfortable with him. And I know because I'm one of those women. I have danced with Howard oftentimes, and I feel so comfortable because he's just...
He knows.
He knows, and it's a feeling. Good, he knows. It's just being there and feeling the music and feeling your partner.
It's always the same. When you dance with a man,
yes,
you know that he knows. So
yes, yes, yes. We always appreciate when there's someone who has that just feeling of the music, and you just feel like you are comfortable and so relaxed, and you just melt in that moment. So that's another kind of experience, and Howard actually brings that to our tango community, which is very much appreciated.
I've gone to what they call practicas, where people are just learning, or it's right after a lesson, people stay and dance. And many times I've danced with a newer person, and right away they say, oh, excuse me, I'm just a beginner, you know. And I encourage you all not to say that anymore. If you've had a couple lessons, you're not a beginner anymore. We're all learning.
Howard says to me, this is, by the way, the part of the advice to women.
Yeah.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize.
Ever apologize.
Don't ever apologize.
Never.
Even if you're a beginner,
That's right.
if you stumble, it means the man is not leading you properly.
I want to tell the men, actually, the same thing. Because if you go to a milonga, you will have the opportunity to dance with more experienced women and feel how they feel.
And you'll see how they react to your lead.
Yes, and you will learn that way. In addition to that, I'm going to tell them what you told them. Tell them what you told me about the men.
Okay.
He says, advice to the gentleman, okay? Where are you? The four. The four, that's right, the drummer too. Don't show off, okay? That's Howard's actually claim to fame in our tango community, that he doesn't really show off. And we love that.
It's nice to learn fancy steps, and once in a while
Yes,
you
it
can do
is.
them,
Yes.
but don't spend the whole dance.
Which means relax, okay? Number 2, dance as simply as possible. We love that. We love to do some dramatic stuff too, but we love when you just dance simply and feel the music with us.
That photograph,
Where is it?
that one right there, that's dancing simply and making a real connection between two people. And you can see it on this woman's face.
Yes. By the way, this
And
is
the couple in
the...
the back too. The same thing.
Yes.
They're just together at that instant for the whole dance.
Exactly. And the thing is, and this is the very essence of timeless tango, which is our topic today. It's really a timeless picture. You can see that they're just not in time. They're in that present moment, and that's it. That's all that there is, the tango.
In Europe,
Yeah.
most of the time, and in Argentina, well, I'll say mainly in Argentina, 90%, 95% of the women have their eyes closed.
That's
And
right.
I encourage all of you women,
That's right.
as you get feel a little more comfortable, to start closing your eyes, because you'll be a lot less distracted by what's going on, and you'll be able to concentrate more
Yes.
on the man's lead.
Exactly. So close your eyes,
Yeah,
you'll feel
close your
it.
eyes, and you can really feel the lead much better.
Yes. Try it. When you go to Milonga, so we all encourage that.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Howard's been dancing 11 to 12 years, right? 11 or 12, something like that.
Right.
So if I didn't mention that, and the surprise you'll find out about in a few minutes. That's right,
At least another 15 years.
or 50. We don't know because Howard doesn't live in years. He lives through the tango, and that's why we're inspired to bring him here.
I will
today.
tell you,
Yeah.
those 12 years of dancing tango, and the previous dancing too, has brought so much energy and health to my life.
Yes.
Yolanda didn't mention, but I'm 79 years old. And
Not bad, huh?
God bless
Not
you.
bad.
it just has
Yeah.
given me so much life, this dance,
Yes.
and energy. When I go to a dance, sometimes I haven't maybe
It
haven't
is
slept the
life.
night before, I never sit down. If I sit down, I might go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I always stand, and the music just gives me energy.
Yeah.
There's been some really big affairs where people were sitting and having dinner, sit-down affairs with tango.
Uh-huh.
And the last one I went to, in Metro,
Okay.
I went in and said, "Where's my table?" And the organizer says, "Howard, I know you don't sit down, so I didn't assign you a seat."
And that's what it means to dance the tango, because he's completely alive in it. Completely alive in it.
Gives
And
me
it's
life.
life, right? Gives me life.